you hear it?
So the next line starts out, "We've the most wanted, Angelina Jolie's and Morgan Free's." But that line is really a continuation from the last line. Now Angelina Jolie and Morgan Freeman started a movie together called Wanted. And then after that, he's saying you send it around the room like we're smoking trees. So we weave it together, send it around the room. But it's no purple in the circle, then there ain't no rolling beats. So it's not really weed that they're sending around the room. You can think of it like, he calls it the next word, just spoken words, thought-provoking reads. So just spoken words, basically his rap that he's weaved together. And he's sending it around the room, kind of like you send a freestyle around the room, like when you're just in a group rapping together.
Then he says, hydro, I'm still strolling on the seas. Aloe, like the lotion from the leaves. So hydro is like really good dro. Like dro is another term for weed. So hydro is like just weed that's better. So I think that he said that kind of as a connector piece. So he's like hydro because it also has a double meaning, like a hydroelectro-powered car, which basically runs off the combination of electricity and water. And so he goes back to like what he said in the first verse where he talked about walking on water. So he's saying, I'm still strolling on the seas. Aloe, like the lotion from the leaves. So we know like aloe vera lotion, but he actually enunciates it like eye low. So it's like his eyes are low as if he was smoking, but he's not. So it's like he's, what do you call that?
Juxtaposing, basically. He's juxtaposing like aloe and hydro.
Okay, so he's juxtaposing, whatever that means, aloe and hydro. So it's like he's saying he's high, but he's not high off weed. You know, he's high in life, he's doing big things, but he's low, like he's deep. And to achieve it took a lot of token, like Chuck E. Cheese. So in one instance, to say you're token weed is like smoking weed, okay? So to achieve it took a lot of token. So he's still explaining like his journey as if he like grew weed, as if he smoked weed, as if he passed it around the room and all this stuff, but none of it really has to do with weed. Okay, and then also when you go to Chuck E. Cheese, to achieve your goal of winning a prize or something, you gotta have a lot of tokens, all without touching weed. So that just verifies it right there.
But he's still hungry.
Like he did just get high, because when you know you're high, you get real hungry, enough to eat for 3 people, like he said, but I'm still hungry and having lunch for 3. This is my form. Now what that function be. And wrapping this up, just a couple other lines he pointed out. You were talking about this.
And art what I draw, and ooh what I say like emoji heap. So ooh what I say. You guys know that's that Jason Derulo song, Ooh What You Say?
Ooh what you say?
Yeah, actually it comes from an Emoji Heat song called Hide and Seek. That goes a little like that, only on key.
Well, of course it is. The way that I sum this song up, like we said in the beginning, form follows function. And so we look at the formation of his lyrics as an artist and we see how complex he can get. We see how deep, you know what I mean, like intricate that his lyrics can be. And then this is the form that he's taken in order to satisfy the function, his intended function. And as he said in the Fuse interview that I referenced earlier, he wrote this song with the mind state that this is what I would write if it wasn't about pleasing people. Like, this is just what he genuinely just wants to talk about. And this is how he wants to talk about it. He doesn't dumb things down. We all know that famous song by Lupe Fiasco, Dumb It Down. He doesn't want to dumb it down. You know what I mean? He doesn't want to conform. He wants to satisfy the function of educating people, of enhancing people's lives, of uplifting people's spirits, and of revolutionizing the way that people think, you know? And in order to satisfy that function, he's got to take on a certain form. So why would he be talking to us in mediocre language? You see that everything that he just talked about, half of that stuff, I bet you half of you didn't even know, because I didn't. You know, he makes you have to go and do research. He makes you have to think. He makes you have discussions about it, you know what I mean? So that's what that function be.
That's his form. And what's your function?
What's your form? And is your form following your function, or is your function following your form? Leave your thoughts below. Thank you for joining us today on Piece to Part. It's Miss Ruby signing off.
Did you hear it?